Welcome back to our SW7 YouTube, and today we're going to go through an athlete session. This is going to be full body. There's some block 2 of our in-season plan. Myself, Coach Gassie's going to be doing it. It's a functional strength and power block. So we've moved the exercise along a little bit. We're going to tell you more about the why we're picking these exercises, but we're going to do the session ourselves. So come inside and take a look.
First exercise, we have jump squats, 3 sets of 4. We've actually prescribed the load today as well, so we're at 40 kilos.
Cool, all right, let's get into it.
This will be prescribed across the app as well. So.
What was the rationale behind moving this from a double broad jump to now a double leg
So just getting
jump squat?
Some loaded power in now. So we're actually prescribing the weights so that obviously, you know, you could probably jump and get off the floor with like 60, 80 kilos, but you just won't be moving fast. So this still adds a little bit of load for us, but allows us to still move fast, which is exactly what we're looking for.
Probably the biggest mistake in power training is people are like, if they're jumping onto a box, it doesn't have to be jump squat. If they're jumping onto a box, they'll do this. So a box jump is a power exercise, but it's only a power exercise when it's done with maximal intent. So that's why we only prescribe, what's this, 4 reps on this one? 4 reps?
Yeah, 3 sets of 4.
3 sets of 4, so we only prescribe 4 reps. You are miles off fatigue from getting anywhere close to fatigue on power exercises, but you're only going to get the power that you want if you go max effort. So I'm going to do 4 reps on this. Each 4 reps, take your time between the reps and try and get maximal height as possible, and then you're going to get the adaptation that you want.
That's pretty standard across all power exercises as well, isn't it? So like your med ball throws, your plyometric push-ups, anything like that, you're not going to get any adaptation by just kind of going up and down with a med ball. You've got to throw it through the floor.
It's not fatiguing. What rest are we telling people to have from this?
Yeah, we're still looking at that sort of 2 to 3 minutes, allowing your full ATP to recover.
It'll feel easy, but just be disciplined on that rest, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels like a long time to rest because you're just nowhere near fatigue. But what we want is to be fully recovered so that we can get the most out of that each time.
Going close to fatigue, I think people think that means they're like getting adaptation, but actually like doing this maximally for 3 or 4 reps. Oh my God, like it recruits, do you know what I mean? So make sure you're warmed up before.
Just a max contraction every time.
Yeah, we've warmed up for 10 minutes before this, mixture of mobility, some pogo stuff, did a 20 kilo, even do some body weight, just squats like this, just get the blood flowing. We even sat on the bike, it's a bit colder today in here, isn't it? Now we're into winter.
It's coming.
So sat on the assault bike and just ticked over, just get like, let's get moving. Don't go walk into the gym, you'll see it's this. And don't just do jump squats straight away. Like
this isn't your warm up.
Yeah, it's not a warm up, very good point. I'm not making noises to pretend, but I am. I'm like so maximally like making sure like my core is on, and I'm trying to really just push that ground away as hard as I can, you know, like honestly, I promise you're wasting your time doing power if it's not max effort. And it's not fatiguing, like max effort for 4 reps still leaves loads in the tank, do you know what I mean? But it has to be, I can't emphasize that enough. It has to be max effort for power.
We ask our clients to sort of send through some videos of their sessions and like their exercises to make sure their form's all right, and they'll be doing a med ball throw or something for power. They'll be there like... and
do you know what?
Doing nothing.
This one as a coach, like you're just like this. They do it, you're like, no, like,
I know.
Try and break the ball.
Like through the floor.
Yeah,
like,
break it. I guess similar advice as always, because this is new, I'm not going to go crushing it on week 1. This is going to be like a 4-week block, Gas. So like week 1, yeah, you're going to probably go fairly close to failure, like, but I'm going to probably leave 3 in the tank. Week 2, I'll leave 2 or 1 in the tank. Then weeks 3 and 4, maybe just 1 rep in the tank. I'm going for it strength-wise. So yeah, no heroes are made on week 1.
Off the back of what you were saying there, this is actually following the same kind of weekly structure as block 1. So we've got maintenance, accumulation, intensification again. So this is maintenance week, 3 sets of 4, next week and then goes like 4 sets of 4 kind of thing.
Nice.
So split stance, obviously can't go like a lunge in a trap bar, so we're just going to break the stance slightly, but it puts a lot of pressure to that front leg, which is exactly where we want it to be. And then from there, just a nice high chest like you would, and you're up.
I like that.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
I've seen it on squats, obviously. Like a split stance squats, particularly for like power stuff. Nice, all right, let's load her up. So what do you like about split squat gas compared to a traditional square stance, trap bar dead?
It's just a really nice variation. Obviously takes that away from a double leg strength to still 2 legs, but it's putting more emphasis on that front leg. So it's really good for strength at the single leg. Also, I felt that quite a lot through my hips.
Yeah.
So being a trap bar instead of a squat, getting a lot of that posterior strength as well. So a good bit in your glutes, nice bit in your hamstrings too.
It's almost like a little bit of a, kind of like an offset RDL a little bit on that eccentric on the way down.
Like
and
a B stance, but no, really nice for really isolating that sort of
good for athletes.
quad.
Yeah,
Great for athletes, yeah.
Remember when I was young and I had a coach and I was like, I used to quiz him all the time just because I love the knowledge. I was like, I'm not challenging what you're doing, I just want to know the why. And I wasn't doing the trap bar, it was a squat split stance. I was like, why is this? He's like, well mate, think about it if you're an athlete. He goes, how often do you exert force in a perfect double leg stance? He said, maybe if you're line out jumping, maybe if you're scrimmaging. But he said, when you accelerate, when you run and jump, he said, you always have a lead leg. So you should train with a lead leg. Like you're not running around like a kangaroo. Yeah. So you shouldn't be doing just double leg all the time. So make sure you do single leg stuff. And I just thought, oh, it's obvious. Like, it's actually quite obvious. You think about it, like, yeah, of course you are.
Front leg on a tackle.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, exactly, front leg tackle. He's like, you're probably double leg like 1% of the time. Yeah. So do single leg stuff or stuff like this. So it makes complete sense. So I'm going to do 4 reps of this each leg, and then this is now a contrast set. So we're going to do this. And once I've done with this, I'm going to go straight into a split stance squat jump as well. So going from a strength immediately into a power exercise, which is a contrast pairing. Oh, whoa, that's tasty. Oh, straight into
your split jumps.
Oh, and now I'm seeing spots. I sometimes like my lower back can be dicky with trap bar, so I've started doing trap bar because that split squat, the split stance rather, and it's not loaded as much. It's flipping challenging me like crazy, but I'm not getting a shed load of load from my lower back. Do you know what I mean? Which for athletes obviously great. Oh, superset.
Superset. So
push press, yeah.
Push press on the barbell. I love this exercise for athletes because it's very rare in a contact environment that you're just going to be using raw power from your upper body with no legs.
True.
So a push press is great because it actually teaches you the power transfer from your legs all the way up to your trunk and then to extend at the top then. So I love a push press for that. So we're going to build up here. We've got 4 sets of 5. Then we've got towel shins. If you want to come have a look at this, really nice variation to the pull-up, and it's extremely humbling. So we've just slung a towel over the rack here. We'll probably go over that top one, but I can't reach. But basically, you'll be holding the towel like this, and it's amazing for isolating your grip strength. Everything forearm and hand, which is obviously so important when you're rocking, scrummaging, anything, tackling, contact. So a really good exercise is going to transfer over to your game. Again, obviously some people won't be able to do a normal pull-up. You can still attach a band. So for example, in the rack, you can still hang a band up by here and have some kind of band assistance.
So stick with the reps on towel.
Stick with the towel.
Got you.
That's the adaptation we're looking for here. It is. You come off, don't you? You're just like this.
Oh. Right, reps on the push press.
Push press, you've got 4 sets of 5.
Nice.
So I'm going to start on those now. What we're looking for is a quick dip, so we're not squatting into it. It's not a thruster. Quick dip, almost like a quarter squat, and we're using that power from the legs to actually drive most of this movement. You're just catching at the top with your arms. So most of this is actually coming from the legs. A coaching note for this as well is we're doing this for speed. So we don't want to load this too heavy. We're not looking at the strength just yet for this exercise. So slightly in reserve, and we're looking at really quick contraction, getting used to coordinating this movement.
There's no right or wrong. Like, I know technically you can do it side on, but if I want to do side on, sorry, feet square. I don't know, I don't find it comfortable. We're just, if I'm doing like a 5, I just do a couple on the right, a couple on the left, you know, I don't know why. Just...
Like Warb's chin is so strong, like he can literally do a max chin with like 50 kilos of added weight. And a variation like this is like just massively humbling, isn't it?
Oh,
it's
big
just,
time, big time.
But like it just shows how important that grip strength is. So yeah, a nice one to really improve that.
I know you might see some CrossFitters, they go like full ass to grass squat like a thruster. It's not a thruster. It's not a thruster. So like, because it's more of a power exercise, you only actually need a small dip. It's not like a full squat and press. Actually, the more powerful athletes tend to be able to generate more force with actually less flexion. Like you don't need much flexion to get that up. So only think of it as almost like a quarter, if you're in a squat position or split, it's almost like a quarter squat at most. Do you know what I mean? It's just that initial bang. All comes from the hips and the glutes, you know? So don't want a big thruster movement. Now for the fun finisher. This is session 3, so it's a full body session. So we advise this, recommend it on a Thursday. If you're listening to this and you play on a Saturday, then you can do this pump section because it gives you 48 hours to recover until you play on a Saturday. If you can only perform this session on a Friday, get the key power lift in, get the trap bar in, get the 2 push and pulls in, that's fine. Day before a game, we still need to give you some strength stimulus in the week. That's not going to dom you up and fatigue you for the game, but don't do this pump section. So we like to do this, we've got barbell 21s, bit of bicep work, close grip press ups, there's primarily triceps, but obviously some chest and core recruitment in that, and we're going to do some offset farmers carries as well. So this is going to be pretty tasty. The 21s have historically been, they've like become a bit legendary in the bodybuilding world, haven't they? Like you grow up on 21s, which goes full range of motion, partial range, or maybe the bottom half, then it goes top half, then you go fulls. But the thing is, it's like you've pre-fatigued yourself with 14 reps, and then you're gonna go into the hardest bit and go full range. So to actually get the most load, I feel, out of this, you go full range for 7, then you go top half for 7, which is typically you're weaker in your top half than your bottom half, and then you go bottom half for 7. Now I think you can get more load out of doing that. Now there's pros and cons to both, but that's just the way I'm gonna do them. Otherwise I tend to find you'll do 14 partials, and then you're doing your 7s for ages, and it turns into the worst clean and jerk ever.
Yeah,
so
just swinging them up.
Look, we're training biceps here, so you want to isolate the biceps. So we want this to be a fairly strict movement. So I'm gonna go partials, then into, full ranges, then into partials. Do you know what I read as well recently? One of the top hypertrophy researchers posted this on his Instagram, Dr. Brad Schoenfeld, so I recommend you follow him. And there was a research paper which came out saying, there's still some, like, it's not fully conclusive, but they were saying that partial reps can have the same muscle growth, hypertrophic effect as full range on some exercises. So like, basically, if in doubt, partial. If you know what I mean, yeah, because there's a lot of data saying that when you train in that lengthened position, so if you're doing partials from the bottom half, apparently it's very good. So that's why, another benefit to chucking these in as well.
I've actually been starting to chuck them into a lot of my pulling exercises.
Yeah.
So like, yesterday I did some rows, and it was coming back, and the last sets was pretty fatigued anyway, so I got to about 6 reps out of like 8, and the last 2 were just kind of partials through here. To still trying to take it to absolute failure.
This is it, something's better than nothing.
Yeah.
So if you can't do a full range, doesn't mean, oh, I'm done. I say to people often, like a tip, try and maximize volume or failure. If you do like a chest press, for example, and you get like to 10 reps, you go, oh, I'm failing, I'm done, you drop them, right? What I say is, no, you're not quite there. If you're on your own training, go down to a 90-degree angle, ISO, and hold it. And you can probably hold that ISO for another 5-10 seconds. You've got another 5-10 seconds worth of volume, otherwise you would have dropped it. Now only for 1 set, 3 sets of that would be brutal. But you can get more. So like partials is a good example of that, ISO is a good example, but when you think you're at failure, for those 1 or 2 sets you want to go to failure, actually you can, if you're strategic and clever, with a couple of techniques like this, add a little bit more volume, can't you?
21's done, first round. So next we're into some close grip push-ups. Now we've got 10 reps here. you can either load that or just play around with the tempo. So today I'm just going to play around with the tempos. I did some good pushing exercises the other day, so triceps still pretty fried. So hands typically just under the shoulders, and all I'm looking for is a slow eccentric. Keep those elbows tucked against your rib cage and up. So come down nice and slow, drive up nice and fast, keeping those elbows as tucked as possible to really isolate the triceps. Final exercise of the tricep, we've got some offset heavy farmer carries. So we're going to just be loading one arm. This is so good for building trunk strength through that anti-rotational strength. So that's exactly what we want for contact athletes, to be able to resist rotation. So I'm going to be loading one arm. Grab a strap for this one because I don't want grip to be a limiting factor. I want your core to be a limiting factor, okay? So we're going to go nice and heavy today. Is just strap myself in, and we've got 3 sets of 20 meters on each side. So I'm just going to grip that in. And I've got a saying with farmer carries: if you don't walk like you've shit yourself, then it isn't heavy enough. You want this to be extremely heavy. And all you're going to do is just try and stay as upright and neutral as possible. And everything is trying to get your spine to cave this way. So it's great for your obliques to sort of resist that load. And I don't want you to rush this either. You'll see a lot of people kind of trying to get to the end as quick as possible, scurrying around. Slow it down. I want you to feel it and to try and resist it the whole time. That's set 1 done. We've got 2 more sets. We've got 3 sets in total on each exercise. Obviously got 21 kind of reps on the 21s, 10 reps on the close grip push-ups, and two sets of 20 meters on the dumbbell farmer carries. Sweet, so that was block 2, session 3 of our new in-season program, so functional strength and power. Hopefully just give you a little bit of a why behind some of the exercise selection and the methodologies that we use behind our programming. So I hope you've enjoyed, guys, and I will see you in the next one.